Welcome back, everyone. As the title of the video indicates, this is what we are going over today. It is this little braced pistol right here from FM Products, or Foxtrot Mike Products. I do have a review of their FM9 already up, and in fact I actually just ordered another one 2 days ago, so there will be another review on those coming up as well. But this one, as the name indicates, is chambered in 45 ACP. It does take Glock mags there, as you guys can see, and they actually offer this in a number of different configurations. So this particular one here has the 7-inch barrel. They offer different barrel lengths, I think 5 and 8. And this particular configuration is an exclusive to the folks over at AIM Surplus. But like I said, they make them in a number of different varieties, and the basic details of what I'm about to say will hold true across the board for all of the different FM45 versions there. Obviously, as you can see, Glock mags does take them, and you guys have seen that throughout the intro as well. So let's delve into the details of the little pistol here, and then at the end, hopefully we'll wrap it up with what I think of it overall. We'll start out here at the muzzle and sort of work our way back for some semblance of order. You guys can see there, it does have the threads on there. It comes with a flash hider, and there are models with a muzzle brake as well. It is threaded 5/8, so that way most of your common silencers or muzzle devices out there will work on there just fine. You can see we have our M-LOK rail coming back, and in this particular version has 2 slots deep, and it's all the way around, both at the 3, 6, 9 o'clock position as well as the intermediate positions. They are all perfectly usable. And then we have this holes cut in the top there to increase the cooling capability of it, bolted up to the barrel nut all the way around. And then additionally, what I do like is that it has this piece here which interfaces with the upper receiver. Basically, there's no way that thing's going anywhere. It's not going to twist on you or anything like that. You can see we do not have T-marks on it. I realize that for most people that's a complete non-issue at all, but just pointing that out for folks that do care about those sorts of things. Mag wall here, flared, very, very wide, which I do like, makes mag changes very easy. Standard bolt release, bolt catch. It does have a last round bolt hold open, which you guys have probably already seen throughout the video so far. Our trigger guard here is very large. Grip here, this particular one is from the folks over at Defiance. It's a little bit more vertical. It does have finger grooves in there. I don't mind it at all. It fits my hand, so that's probably why I don't mind it. Our selector switch there is ambidextrous, as you guys can see there. And then here we have our shell deflector. There is no forward assist though, unfortunately, in my opinion. I like hitting the forward assist, it makes me happy, but I know a lot of folks don't care, so there is that. And then we have our mag release button right here built into the lower. Through the magic of video editing, we have it all broken down. One thing that you may be able to see there, hard to tell with the camera, but it does have a sort of beveled out all the way around 360-degree feed ramp on there to feed hollow points, and we had 0 issues at all feeding any kind of bullets with this particular gun from Glock magazines. So we have our bolt here. Obviously it is a blowback system, so it's big, heavy, chunky. You guys can see the gas key there has good stakings on there, but obviously it's not an actual gas key itself as it would typically function, but it does function as it rides inside the upper receiver to prevent it from tilting. FM45 mark there on the side. Then you guys can see we have this big old weight there in the back, again, to kind of slow it down because it is a blowback system. Nice and wide breech face, and the extractor there has got a lot of tension on it. Again, 45 ACP, a little bit more than it would with the 9mm. Then we have the charging handle here. It's ambidextrous, as you can see. It also has that little ledge there, which prevents gas from coming back in your face. So it does have the gas busting capabilities or properties of it. On our lower receiver here, a few things to point out. You can see how FM Products does their custom last round bolt hold open system here. Very, very unique when it came out, but nowadays there's a lot of companies that have sort of copied it, but it's still very functional and works as it should. Trigger in this one is their drop-in 2-stage trigger. It's got a little bit of a uptake, and then it breaks right at 2.5 pounds. It's made by Schmidt Tool. I believe it is their 105 model, and then it has a nice clean reset on it. You can see there, the actual retainer pin is different, beefier, and it's just much, much larger and much stronger than what it would be on a typical AR-15, and that's because of that blowback system. Some AR-9s have been known to have those break. The same is true here with a lot of the bolt releases, but this one's beefed up as well. You can see it's much larger and stronger than your standard bolt release would be as well. Continuing on back, The actual castle nut is not staked, so that's something I'm going to ding it on. And then we have our SPA3 adjustable brace back here, riding inside of a mil-spec 7075 T6 aluminum receiver. We're going to see what kind of groups we can get out of this little pistol here. With 45, you never really know. I've had really mixed results in the past. We have target down range at 50 yards because I think 100 for pistols, particularly with this wind, is just kind of unrealistic. But other than that, we have the EOTech magnifier on there and a red dot, 2 MOA dot. We have some ball. This is LAX ammo. They're new production stuff. And then we have some defensive stuff that should be a little bit more accurate, but you know, you just never know. So let's see. Doesn't look too bad from here. Should point out there is a, getting hot, but there is a whip machine can out there on the end for folks wondering, a little compact 45 can. And that is a nightstick light on top, which depending on when you watch this, the review may be up or not. We'll see. Either way, it's planned, put it that way. So next up we have 5 rounds. This is 230 grain HST standard pressure. So we'll see how it likes this one. Let's go check them out. So both of these groups are actually better than I expected. Again, at 50 yards with 45 ACP, so the gun shoots really well, at least with these loads, like I said. So that right there is about 2 1/4 inches, so 4.5 MOA. And then with the defensive stuff, man, you really can't do much better than that. Center to center, right at 1 inch there, so that's a 2 MOA group with an AR pistol. Yep, I'll take that all day long. Now that you guys have seen the inner workings of the pistol, there's a few other things I just want to point out. Number one is going to be price and then performance. So price on this one, again, this is a specific AIM Surplus model, but generally speaking, your FM45s are going to be priced somewhere, as of right now, 2021, somewhere between like $675 and $800, depending on the features that you get them with. So in terms of value, I think it's pretty high in that regard. That said, I'm fairly certain I was the first one to actually get this model out in the wild and test it, and we found some things out about it. So this was sent out by the folks over at FM Products, just full disclosure on that one. And when I was running it, we ran into a few issues. So with the actual AIM Surplus single stage trigger that it shipped with, I was getting light primer strikes, unfortunately. So it happened a good bit of time. It wasn't just a one-time kind of thing. Dead trigger. Light primer strike. So we did get those, and I swapped the trigger out again to the FM Products one that we just showed you guys up close and personal, and that stopped probably 80% of them. And I was having 2 or 3 light primer strikes regardless of ammo. Typically was Federal, but tried some other brands as well. We would have 2 or 3 per magazine. And then once we swapped in this trigger, that cut that down dramatically. We probably had a failure to fire probably every other mag, 1 for example. And then I swapped in a different firing pin, and voila. Fires went away, everything ignited, ran as it should, assuming we were using Glock magazines. So what we found out as well is that we tried 2 other magazines, both the Chris, which is a factory Glock magazine up top, and then it has, of course, the Chris extension on the bottom. We tried those, and then we tried the SGM Tactical. Both of those, it had feeding issues with. Now that said, I will not dig FM Products for that, because obviously they can only build it around Glock mags and any aftermarket mags. Well, there's nothing they can do about that. They can't make it work with every aftermarket mag. But with the actual Glock magazines, once we sorted out the firing pin and the trigger, it ran 100% reliably. So I cannot be mad about that. But when you guys, if you were to order yours right now, it's going to come with both of those things already fixed. So don't worry about that. I had to go through that pain so that way you guys could benefit from that. But with the issues fixed and the way it is now, it's a perfectly reliable firearm, and I absolutely have zero issues recommending it. But, you know, one thing people always say is, oh, you guys on YouTube get all the cool stuff first. Well, that's true a lot of times, but a lot of times we are the guinea pigs as well, and that was kind of the case here. But again, as of right now, it's perfectly fine, good to go, works, recommended, all of those sorts of things. So that's pretty much it on the gun itself. There will be links down below in the video description where you guys can pick some stuff up, or pinned in the comment section, depending on where you're actually watching this. If you're looking to grab one of the FM45 variants out there, again, there's a bunch, they keep making more. So there is that. If you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're looking to find these on sale, the best place to do that is follow me on social media. The best places right now, as of when I'm making this video, is Facebook for sure. It's just the most interactive. However, they tend to censor what you guys see there. I'm on Telegram, Parler, Instagram, Twitter, other places I'm sure as well, so you guys can follow me at all of those that you guys see here on your screen. And again, I do post a lot of deals at many of those sites where I can. Instagram, of course, doesn't let us post gun stuff, but they also deleted my original page, so the one up here is the current one, so there is that. Speaking of deleting pages and deplatforming, I have 2 email lists as well you guys can sign up for. That way it'll prevent any tech giant from stopping your eyes from my content should you choose to want to see it. First one's going to be here on your screen, and that one's just all the videos from the previous email that have come out, so that way you guys see it regardless of whatever algorithm shows you on YouTube and elsewhere. And then the next one is going to be deals exclusively, so just blasting out deals when we see them, so that way you guys can take advantage of those as well. But that's pretty much it. If you guys aren't subscribed, like I said, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Most people that watch my videos are not actually subscribed for whatever weird reason. And that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing everybody in the next video.